some of the work that I do with individuals as a strategic interventionist is helping them understand why it is that their life or their organization is one way and how they actually want it to be is a very different way. And why, even though they say on the one hand they want X, they actually act in such a way that produces Y. How many of you guys have ever had an experience like this where you wanted something, you told yourself you really wanted that, but then when it actually came time to act, to move closer to it, you went in an opposite direction? Raise your hand and say I. Right, we all have, right? It's a part of the human condition. So what's going on here? What's happening in that sort of experience? And this happens at an organizational level as well. Right, you can say, this is what our organization's committed to, these are the principles we are really on board for, this is the vision that we have, yet you can have people who act in contradictory ways to that. Well, what I help people understand is that really what's happening there is you've got a psychological pattern that's just running. And it could have been something that was habituated a long time ago. I don't know if any of you guys know anybody who's ever been affected by drug addiction or something along those lines, right? But that's what happens is you have a single action, and then if that action's repeated, it becomes crystallized into habituation. Right? This idea goes all the way back to Aristotle, and now they're mapping this with neuroscience. So if we want to understand how to get what we really want in our organizations, in our leadership, and in our own personal conduct, then the first thing we've absolutely got to do is have absolute clarity on the values we're committed to, absolute clarity on the identity we're trying to cultivate, and then we want to interrupt any of those limiting patterns that are happening at the individual or organizational level.